Hi everybody, it's been a long time since my last video, I think at least a month. The holidays kind of crept up on me. I always go into them thinking, I'm going to have a few days off, I'm going to get a lot of hobby stuff done, but then family stuff and getting caught up on housework kind of gets in the way. But I have managed to do a little bit of work on the Gnoll army. So I've got 3 units done right now, or at least 3 units assembled and primed, getting ready to start on my fourth soon. So the main thing that was taking up the time for my Knolls was my Spearman unit. Again, this is probably going to count as Orc Spearmen to begin with, using the Frostgrave Gnoll box as well as the Warlord slash Wargames Factory Orc kit for the spear. I've also got the other kit I mixed in with the Gnolls was the Ungor plastic box from Warhammer. And I was kind of worried that, you know, wouldn't be quite the same scale, seeing as GW is more of a heroic scale, a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier. But, I mean, the spear's kind of on the big side, but I think the arms fit in pretty well. Very little work that I needed to do there. Again, I'm very happy with how that unit turned out overall. Gonna have to get started painting it more, at least try to get a color a day. I also, so this is what is going to be my stand-in for Elven Warhounds. You can see there's the tracker from Frostgrave right there. A lot of North Star hyenas, as well as a pair of Reaper hyenas. And they look maybe not as zoologically accurate, but I kind of like how primitive and nasty they look. Maybe say that they're cave hyenas rather than purely modern hyenas mixed in. I've also, I don't, you can probably see in the background there, I've been doing a lot of work on some terrain that I've had. I did a little bit of Rangers of Shadow Deep, so sort of a companion project to the Oathmark stuff that I can use miniatures between freely, so it won't be like working on one thing will be taking away from progress on the other for the most part. So I've got, 3 of the Renendra plastic Dark Age huts, and I've got 2 of, they were tabletop workshop, but like a lot of stuff, Warlord ended up picking them up once the company went defunct, and they're very nice little models. They've got interiors. In fact, let me see on the chapel here. I'm not completely finished with it, but I love when there's an interior. You can see there's a few pews, there's a little altar, candles, and these deconstruct rather easily. So if you wanted to keep them that way, so you can kind of flat pack them as you travel to your gaming area, that's a nice option to have. I've also done a good bit of have a few experimental figures for the next unit I plan to work on, which are my line breakers. So that's some chainmail texture I added on to their tunics, and some shoulder pads. What are they called? Pauldrons that I added from the Warhammer Graveguard kit. And while they don't look nearly as well armored as, say, the Dwarven heavy infantry, I'd say compared to their basically unarmored brethren, they're pretty heavy duty. And I'd also like to get either the Barbarian kit or just the Frostgrave Soldier kit to mix in to get a few different variations in the great weapons that they'll be carrying around. And this is probably, and when I do get it done, the line breaker unit is probably going to also serve as my general's bodyguard. So, also I've done some basic zombies for, the first scenario in Rangers of Shadow Deep. Gonna get some more detail on them. Got some spiders, because that's what you face in that first scenario, are zombies and spiders. A few test models for my eventual human kingdom. And I think I showed this guy unpainted last time. Just a little bit more detail. I removed the Legion Aquila, the Roman Legion Aquila that he had for his holy symbol, and I just broke it off. And I attached a reliquary from some manner of Space Marine bits that I got off eBay. So also, my plan for my army is evolving a little bit after getting into Rangers of Shadow Deep, both in order to kind of further synergize the two projects and take advantage of Oathmark's unique army building style. I was thinking of doing a army that was representative of the forces of the Shadow Dark, or Shadow Deep rather. So not only will I have gnolls, though they will be, I think, the bulk of my force. I'm planning on mixing in things like undead. There's that awesome new undead box set that just came out. Human cultist, giant spiders, demons, evil vultures, all those nasty little things that you run into while playing a game of Rangers. And maybe my human army will end up being representative of a force of Avalor. Haven't quite decided yet, but yeah, I've certainly got enough to keep me busy for a while. I hope, maybe in probably about 2 weeks to put another video up with a lot more progress, and maybe I'll be starting on my final unit for the gnolls for this first phase, which I am thinking of doing as archers. Though I'm undecided whether I want them to be sort of human ranger proxies or just orc archers. Because I do imagine gnolls creeping around the wood, stalking, looking for travelers, looking for isolated settlements, and then coming back to the main pack and kind of leading them to the prey. Alright, I hope everybody had a happy new year, wonderful Christmas, and I will talk to you later.